As we wait for a COVID-19 vaccine, one thing we are already doing could potentially boost our immunity. Jason Miles connects the dots.
Researchers studying coronavirus have an intriguing new idea. Face masks could be operating as a type of vaccine for COVID-19. Let's connect the dots. Vaccines are not a modern development. The idea of exposing people to a less lethal form of disease to provoke an immune response has been around for hundreds of years, the most famous example being smallpox. Now a group of researchers have published in the New England Journal of Medicine that face masks are doing the same thing, exposing the wearer to small amounts of the virus without making them seriously ill. This theory is still unproven, but using data collected about coronavirus infections in animals and what they know about other viruses, these researchers think masks, while preventing us from inhaling most pathogens, can allow a small number to slip through, potentially forcing our immune systems to produce antibodies to coronavirus. This theory could only be proven in clinical trials where you compare what happens to masked and unmasked participants when exposed to coronavirus. Since that would be unethical, we will probably never know if it is true. But researchers say this is more motivation to keep wearing those masks. Connecting the dots, I'm Jason Miles for H-Town Rush.
Jason, thank you for the latest coronavirus headlines. Just text the word FACTS to the number on your screen at 713-526-1111, and we'll send you back a link with information.